Playback. Good morning. Such a groove this morning. Yeah. I like a good groove. How about you? Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Unity of Tucson. Grateful to see all your beautiful, shining, beautiful, glorious faces today. I'm Reverend Dr. Jonathan Zenz. I'm the senior minister at this glorious, glorious spiritual center, and we are here to celebrate love, to celebrate light, to celebrate life. And if you feel like you want to move your body to our opening song, you are welcome to do so. Love is in the air, everywhere I look around. Love is in the air, every sight and every sound. And I know that I'm not being foolish. I know that I'm being wise. And it's something that I must believe in. And it's there when I look in your eyes. Love is in the air, in the whisper of a tree. Love is in the air, in the thunder of the sea. And I know that I'm not just dreaming. I know that I'm feeling sane. And it's something that I must believe in. And it's there when you call out my name. In the rising of the sun, love is in the air when the day is nearly done. And I know that it's not an illusion. I know what I see is true. And it's something that I must believe in. And it's there when I reach out to you. Everywhere I look around, love is in the air, every sight and every sound. And I know that I'm not being foolish. I know that I'm being wise. And it's something that I must believe in. And it's there when I look in your eyes. Yeah. Oh, I love that song. It's so much fun. I love that song. So once again, welcome to Unity of Tucson. Whew, I got to catch my breath. Yes, I am, as I said before, Reverend Dr. Jonathan Zenz. I am the senior minister here, and it's a community that is rooted in and celebrating love. That's what we are here to do, and so I am grateful that you have decided to spend your Sunday morning here with me and with all of us. It's a delight to have you here. Now, our purpose here at Unity of Tucson is to provide a safe, loving, and inclusive space where all people can explore the principles of the New Thought spiritual philosophy. And I believe that through the New Thought spiritual philosophy, we can find the opportunity to master spiritual understanding, to find personal purpose, and to develop a spiritual path. And what I have found in adopting these principles in my life is that it has enhanced the quality of my life. Now, one thing I say every single week, and I know that those of you who are here every single week are probably sick of hearing me say it, but it's always a good reminder. You may not believe everything I say today. Oh my gosh, but you're the minister. Yes, and I am a person who has a philosophy that I like to teach, and if you want to take that philosophy into your own heart, then that is your choice. But you are not required to believe what I believe. You are not required to think what I think, and I'm not here to tell you what to believe or what to think. That is entirely up to you. So if something butts up against your belief system here today, just be willing to look at it without judgment and allow yourself to make some determinations around whether or not that is working for you in your life. And if it is, awesome. I'm not here to change that. And if it's not, well, maybe there's something that can be unfolded in your life in a new direction that might enhance it. I don't know. It's up to you. Now, we do have a vision and a mission here at Unity of Tucson, and I would love for us as a community to first, let's state out loud these words of our vision statement. We envision a world awakened to its magnificence. And as I say each week, the vision is a manner in which we may choose to see the world. The mission are steps that we can put into practice to allow that vision to come into expression. And so let's say these words of our mission statement together. Love only, forgive everything, remember who you are. Just take that in for a moment. Just breathe into that. Love only, forgive everything, remember who you are. Love only, forgive everything, remember who you are. I invite you to open up to an awareness of what is happening with that small voice inside in relationship to those words. Is it an affirming voice, or is it considering something else? Just be aware of it without judgment. Love only, forgive everything, remember who you are. And if you can't remember who you are, I am here to remind you that what I see in you, what I see as you, is the infinite power and presence of the divine. That each and every one of us is an expression of God. And as we allow that divine presence that is the wholeness of us to express fully, unabashedly, then our lives unfold for the better. And I'm so grateful to each and every one of you for being here. Now, if you are here for the first time, I would like to extend a special welcome to you. Let me say hello and welcome to anyone who may be joining online for the first time. Whether you're watching live this Sunday morning or watching at a subsequent time in the archives, it is a delight to have you join us. And just know that your energy is felt as part of this experience right here and right now. If you are willing to go to unitytucson.com/connect and fill out some information there, I'm delighted to keep this conversation going. And so thank you so much for joining us. Now, if you're here in the room for the first time, I would like to extend that special welcome to you as well. And as you were coming in, you may have been invited to receive a gift at our welcome table. If you are here for the first time and have not received that gift, you may opt to get that gift, not at the welcome table at the completion of the service, but at our new newcomers table in potluck after the service. So that's a new thing that we're trying. You're welcome to join us in potluck and sit at the welcome table for those who are joining us for the first time, and we will have that gift for you. Now, there is something else that I would like to share with you, and we as a community would like to share with you. So if you are comfortable with identifying yourself as someone who is here for the first time, would you please either stand up, or if you would like to raise your hand, we'd like to say hello and welcome. Is there anyone who's here for the first time? Welcome. Grateful to have you here. Welcome, welcome. Welcome. And this is what we would like to share with you on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. You are magnificent. You are absolutely magnificent, and what a delight it is that you're sharing your magnificence with us. I claim to know that about you because I like to acknowledge a magnificence in my own heart, and I think that what I see in other people is something that is a reflection of me as well. And so I think that we should all exclaim our magnificence for ourselves by saying, this, shall we? Oh, whoa, yes. You're right there ahead of me. Let's do it. Okay. I am magnificent. Does that feel good? Yes, it does. It feels good to me. Yeah. Now, one of the magnificent ways that we celebrate each week here is through a ceremony that we've adopted called Lighting the Flames of Faith. It is guided each week by our keepers of the flames. And it is an acknowledgement that all spiritual traditions, all religious philosophies, all faith ideas are rooted in one common thread. I believe that thread is love. And so let us celebrate that here today. Guiding us in the ceremony today, please welcome Lorraine Pritz and Sherry Hoffman.
We light a candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium the natural way. We light a candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous people, the way of primal spirituality. We light a candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light a candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light a candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light a candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light a candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of surrender to divine love as the highest calling. We light a candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light a candle for all forms of New Thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. We light a candle for all those who, as yet unaware of the power and presence of Spirit in their lives, for the space that we are holding for them, and for all faith traditions unnamed in this ceremony. This final candle is the healing candle. It represents the revealing of the divinity at the core of all experiences. This is your candle for whatever is in your mind and heart that requires the light.
Thank you, Lorraine. Don't go too far. Will you please come with me for a moment? Just wanted to introduce Sherry Hoffman.
Hi.
Hi, Sherry. And the reason I wanted to introduce Sherry Hoffman is you may have seen a few weeks ago that I put out a call I was seeking an assistant in my office, and I just wanted to let you know that Sherry is the person who was hired to be my new assistant, and I'm so excited. Grateful to have you on board.
Grateful to be here.
Thank you, Sherry.
Thank you.
All right, now back to the ceremony. This candle here is the peace candle. And we keep the peace candle consistently illuminated 24 hours a day with this idea in mind that its consistent illumination is a reflection of a consistent illumination of peace in our hearts. And as we, each and every one of us, allow our inner peace to inform our thoughts, our intentions, our relationships, every aspect of our lives, then right where we are creating a more peaceful world. And that is our responsibility. And so let us honor that understanding by sharing together this prayer for world peace. Divine love indwells each person and radiates from one to another. Harmony is established and peace reigns in the world. Here to guide us today with a reading, to guide us in our monthly affirmation, and also to guide us in prayer, will you please welcome one of our magnificent prayer chaplains, Sandy Solomon.
Thank you. Good morning. Well, it is now the first Sunday of the month. And if you've been coming here for a while, you know that we have a new theme for this month. And the theme is curiosity. Curiosity, yes. And so, in celebration for the Black History Month, I have chosen a quote from Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson, and he is an African American that's an astrophysicist. You get the idea, right? Astrophysicist. And he is renowned ONOVA. We've heard him there. And Dr. Tyson had this to say: "It may be that our cosmic curiosity is a genetically encoded force that we illuminate when we look up and wonder." Now, when I hear this, what my words would be is it is our metaphysical curiosity that is a spiritually encoded force that we illuminate when we look within and wonder in awe of our magnificence. Doesn't that feel good? Yes, absolutely. All right, well, we have a new theme, so we have a new affirmation. And our affirmation this month was written by our lovely Sherry Hoffman. Thank you so much. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to say our affirmation once. I just invite you to take it in and relax. And then we're going to say it twice together. I experience life with curiosity and wonder. And now together. I experience life with curiosity and wonder. Again. I experience life with curiosity and wonder.
In preparation for the practice of prayer, I invite us all to relax right where we are. Simply and easily find that centered space, a space of deepened awareness where we know we are fully supported by this divine essence that we are. We are held in the hands of grace, forever safe in the arms of love. Like a child receives protection from a mother's warm embrace, we are held in the hands of grace. We are held in the hands of grace, forever safe in the arms of love. Like a child receives protection from a mother's warm embrace, we are held in the hands of grace.
Oh, we are. We are held in the arms of grace. We are held in the arms of love. And I know that God is all presence, all power, intelligence, unconditional love, eternal life, truth, light, infinite possibilities. And I hold firm in my heart that we are the very beings, the very expression of God. And we take this knowledge, we take this truth into our lives, and we demonstrate abundance. We demonstrate radiant health. We demonstrate loving relationships. And I am so grateful and I'm so appreciative for this teaching of New Thought, that we can demonstrate a better life, and that we know our spiritual being. And we say yes, and so it is. Amen.
We are held in the hands of grace, forever safe in the arms of love. Like a child receives protection from a mother's warm embrace, we are held in the hands of grace. We are held in the hands of grace. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Linda. I have to fix something, I think. Something is not working right. There we go. Just takes one hit of a button, and then it all is working. I don't know what happened. But it's good, right?
It is.
Yes, it's very good.
I probably could have done this without it, but
Yes.
you never know.
You never know. It's good to have the confidence monitor in the back working properly. I mean, I make no secret of it. Everything is back there. And so, you know, I mean, if you were to turn your head and be like, oh, yeah, look, there's all of the lyrics and all of the service and all of it. I am always delighted when Aaron Anderson, who's part of our regular music team, is offering the featured song of the day. And when we found, when the inquiry was made about what the theme was this month, being curiosity, she has brought, I think, the most perfect song to launch us into this month. So please welcome Aaron Anderson.
I've got an itching at the tip of my fingers. I've got a burning in the back of my brain. I've got a hunger burning inside me, cannot be denied. I've got a feeling that the Father who made us, when he was kindling the pulse in my veins, he left a tiny spark of the fire smoldering inside. The spark of creation is flickering within me. The spark of creation is blazing in my blood. A bit of the fire that lit up the stars, breathed life into the mud. The first inspiration of the spark of creation. I see a mountain and I want to climb it. I see a river and I want to leave shore. Where there was nothing, let there be something, something made by me. There's things waiting for me to invent them. There's worlds waiting for me to explore. I am an echo of the eternal cry of let there be. The spark of creation is burning bright within me. The spark of creation won't let me rest at all. They can discover or build or uncover the thing that I can call my celebration. Well, the spark of creation, the spark of creation, may it burn forever. The spark of creation, I am a keeper of the flame. We think all we want is a lifetime of leisure, each perfect day the same, endless vacation. Well, that's all right if you're a kind of crustacean, but when you're born with an imagination, sooner or later you're feeling the fire get hotter and higher. The spark of creation.
Aaron Anderson. That's a good song. We all think that what we want is a lifetime of leisure. Each perfect day the same, endless vacation. Well, that's all right if you're a kind of crustacean, the song has said. I love that line. But when you're born with an imagination, sooner or later, you're feeling the fire getting hotter and higher. The spark of creation, there is that within each and every one of us, that spark that is inviting us to light up the light and be that magnificent light in every aspect of our lives. So yes, this month, the theme is curiosity, and I love the notion and the idea of curiosity. And I think I have a lot to say about it, so strap in. Today's talk is called One Spark Can Light the Dark. One spark can light the dark. And I think I know where that one spark is. It's in you. Yeah, it is. But it is. Because it's also in you, and in you, and in you, and in you. We collectively spark up and light the dark. So I want to define curiosity first. I oftentimes will start with a definition at the beginning of the month to define what the theme of the month's word is. Curiosity, a strong desire to know or learn. A strong desire to know or learn. You know, I love living life from the point of view of curiosity. I love to know more. I love to study more. I love to invest in something beyond what I think I know. I like to think of that curiosity as the divine spirit or that spark of inquiry, an invitation to know something beyond the known. That's the spark of creation within each and every one of us. The spark of creation, when we have an idea, which can be the result of that divine spark of inquiry, that idea is made manifest. It is made in form. Starts with the mind and shows up in form. That is a fundamental principle to what we teach here in New Thought. And I'm going to say that again. When we have an idea, y'all have ideas? Yes. Every single person here has ideas, right? Yes. Where do you think those ideas come from? Oh, I didn't really think about that. We all have ideas. And when we have an idea, that can be the result of that divine spark of inquiry. And that idea comes into expression. It is made manifest. Always, no matter what. And some people are probably thinking, well, there are some ideas that I would probably not like to have made manifest in my life. Well, you are the spark of creation, and so if that idea shows up, you can also say, I choose not to allow that to come into expression. I can choose something else and allow a new divine idea to come into expression because I am nothing if not the conduit and the fulfillment of infinite divine ideas. That's the truth of each and every one of us. So I would like to invite a question for reflection. Just take a moment to reflect on this question. And I'm going to speak this in the first person. I invite you to hear it and ask yourself this question in the first person. So, where is Spirit inviting me to be a spark in my life and the world? Just consider that for a moment. Where is Spirit inviting me to be a spark in my life and the world? I don't have an answer. I mean, I do have an answer that came up for me, but I'm not going to tell you what that is. It's my personal answer. One spark, a single spark can light up one idea. A single spark can light up a courageous act. A single spark can light up a moment of curiosity and can change the trajectory of our entire lives. I hold firm in this state of faith that there is a divine urge in each and every one of us to constantly be stepping into a greater light. Are you taking advantage of that urge within you? Or are you sitting back like life is a vacation? And life can be kind of like a vacation because that spark can also guide us to magnificent destinations. In Matthew 5:14 through 16, this is part of the Sermon on the Mount, which is one of my favorite parts of Scripture. The Sermon on the Mount is one of my favorite parts of Scripture. And I'm just going to make a side comment right here. I think that more than posting the 10 Commandments in public spaces, we should be posting the Beatitudes in public spaces. Because for me, that is really the core of what this is all about, that we are here for love, forgiveness, to allow ourselves to always be demonstrating as that master teacher, Jesus. Jesus offered this in the Sermon on the Mount. He said, "You are the light of the world." You ever heard that before? Probably. I say it a lot. This is one of my favorites. "You are the light of the world. A city built on a hill cannot be hid. No one, after lighting a lamp, puts it under a bushel, but on the stand, and it gives light to all in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others." Are you letting your light shine? Or is there something that you may be putting in place that dims that light in some manner? Curiosity is the beginning of transformation. So today is really an invitation to abandon fear, to go beyond the status quo, and to deepen into new possibilities. Jesus' words are a call to courage and living life from the point of view of authenticity. And so, another question for consideration: what are the bushels I've put into place that dim my light? In what way do I choose to dim my light? And it's a choice. Whether it's an active choice or not, it is a choice. And I can always choose something else. So what are the bushels that I've put into place that dim that light? What is the root of fear for standing out and speaking up when it is required and necessary to spread more love in this world? I live sometimes within a construct of fear for standing out and speaking up. That may surprise you, since I speak up every Sunday. It's easy to do from a platform where people are in conscious acknowledgement and agreement for the most part. But do I have a willingness to stand out and speak up outside these walls in a way that is promoting love and kindness all the time? I've joked sometimes that, we don't support proselytizing in the New Thought movement. It is not up to us to go out there and try to get people in the door. Never my intention. But I do joke sometimes that if I were to proselytize, this is the manner in which I would do it. I would take a really good New Thought book and I would go out on the street and I would say, "You are not a sinner." You, each and every one of you, is the full expression of a loving divine presence that knows itself so beautifully that it decided to show up as you. Can you imagine that as a street preacher? That is a divine spark, right? And that divine spark in each and every one of us is meant to shine brightly. And we don't have to go out there and actively do it. If we are shining our light, we are doing it whether we are aware of it or not. When we are living from the point of view of love, forgiveness, and remembering the truth of our being, we cannot help but have people attracted to that, because that is what many people are singing. Well, they might be singing it too, but they are seeking it. They are seeking love. That's, I think, primarily what brings so many people to this movement, because they're saying, you know what? You are grounded in, founded in, and the expression of love no matter what. And that's an important caveat. No matter what. There are no exceptions to the divine love, the unconditional divine love that is at the core of our being. There can be no conditions on that love. And the minute we place conditions on that love, what we have told ourselves is that we are limited expressions of the unlimited, and we are not limited. The divine spark is meant to shine. And so are you shining your divine spark today? And as I often say, and the rest of you? Yes. Yes. You know what I love about this divine spark too is that curiosity, the active curiosity that exists within each and every one of us, can help us to uncover that divine spark in the event that we aren't aware that it exists. There's a glorious author who was part of my, reading his work was part of my training, and they have sort of moved him to the side in a lot of the training now, and you don't really read this author so much, but he was a direct collaborator with Emma Curtis Hopkins, who is known as the teacher of teachers in the New Thought movement. This is a man named H.B. Jeffrey. H.B. Jeffrey wrote a book called The Principles of Healing, and it's a wonderful book, but it's out of print, and I think that might be why they're kind of put it out of the education line, because it's out of print, it's really hard to find, but if you're interested, I have sources. Just saying, I have sources. He wrote this in that book, though. He wrote, I'm 52 years old. Am I going through puberty again? We are the children of light. Okay. He wrote this. We are the children of light and not of darkness, and not of night, of the free spirit and not of flesh. We are the divine presence constantly and never absent from God, because God is ever present. That's the truth of our being. We are the children of light and not of darkness. Of day, I missed that, of day and not of night, of the free spirit and not of flesh. We are in the divine presence constantly and never, ever, ever, I'm adding that in, never, ever, ever, ever absent from God, because God is ever present. God is present right here, right now, infinitely showing up in form as this universe and probably something beyond the known universe. But God is showing up as each and every one of you. Each and every one of you is that divine spark of creation showing up, for you are the impression of the love of divinity upon itself to show up. It decided to show up as you. How awesome is that? When we acknowledge this idea that we are, and there's nothing more you really need to say after that. We are. I am. We are. I am. Remembering who we are, curiosity and the exploration of this thing called life can deepen that sense. Every question, every single question, every seeking moment is an invitation to a greater awareness of spiritual truth. So are you living life from the point of view of curiosity? Can you walk through life with a sense of wonder, with a sense of awe? Can you look out and just say, wow, wow, look at this amazing thing that we get to experience called life? One of my favorite, many of you will know, and I've talked about this before, one of my favorite images that has ever been created photographically by humanity is the image from the Voyager spacecraft when it was several billion miles away, and it basically turned its camera around and took a picture. And in that picture, it's basically a large, dark field, and there's this one little blue dot. It's called the pale blue dot. That blue dot is Earth. And everything that you have ever experienced, every heartbreak, every love, everything in your life, all of humanity, everything we think we know about humanity, all exists on and has been expressed on that one itty-bitty tiny little dot. And it's not meant to make us feel insignificant. What I like to say is it helps me feel significant because I get to be a part of this universal wholeness. That's exciting to me. That curiosity that invites me to know more, to be more, to sense more. That is a driving factor in my life that I am always, always grateful for. And so we can deepen the sense of our place when we understand the truth of our being. We are that which is. Every question, every seeking moment is an invitation to a greater awareness of spiritual truth. You are spiritual truth embodied and expressed. Curiosity is faith in action. It is the activity of faith. If I choose to believe in infinite potential, what is possible for me in my life? If I believe in infinite potential, what is possible for me in my life is the infinite. What greater truth am I invited into in considering that infinite potential? Our inner spark can lead to an outer impact. Our inner spark can lead to an outer impact. And that spark that oftentimes expresses itself through our prayer practice, which is a primary spiritual tool that we teach here in Unity, that prayer practice, I think all prayer should impel action in the world of form. If it does not impel action, then keep praying. That's first what I would say. Keep praying. But if it does not impel action, then it is not a prayer answered. And the action is the result of, or the action as a result of prayer is something that is in us to be done. Not a supplication to something outside of ourselves to have something done to us. It is a call to each and every one of us. Prayer is a call for each and every one of us to step into action in our lives. Martin Luther King Jr., Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., reminded us of this action that is up to each and every one of us in one of my favorite quotes. And yes, this is, because I do recognize that this is Black History Month, and so there's going to be part of that and part of what I offer. He said, "Darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that. You are the light, you are the love, embodied and expressed at all times. Nothing changes when we let darkness be met with darkness. Our call is to be the light, love only, no matter what." December 1st, 1955, Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat on the bus in Montgomery. And I think sometimes we look at that and say, yes, perhaps this was an act of defiance against a system of injustice, and maybe we can rethink this a little bit. What might have been happening for her in that moment? What was rooted in a curiosity frame of mind for her? Perhaps the curiosity was asking the question, why? Why should I move? Why is this system in place? That spark of curiosity became a spark of creation that launched a movement. It launched a movement. That one spark lit the flame of the civil rights movement. That divine impulse for justice and equity was alive in her that day, and there was something in her that said, I choose to be the light in this moment. I think that spark is alive within each and every one of us. And each and every one of us has an opportunity to step into one action, one choice. You know, we don't have to change the world because that can feel very daunting. But if we take one action, make one choice, we can illuminate the darkness of what we perceive to be injustice. It's up to each and every one of us to be that spark of creation. It is an invitation for each and every one of us. And I think that when we allow that spark to light up the world, we will find personal reward within that. And it is an invitation. And the invitation ultimately is an invitation into complete faith, to never deny that we are the light of the world, to never ever deny that we are the light of the world. Are you willing to do that? That's a rhetorical question. You don't have to answer that out loud. But just take a moment to say, am I willing to shine that light? Am I willing to find myself rooted in and acting from this invitation of complete faith? And then throw yourself with abandon into that. Dr. Ernest Holmes offered this. He said, the person who can throw themselves with complete abandon into that limitless sea of receptivity, having cut loose from all apparent moorings, is the one who will always receive the highest and greatest reward. Are you willing to allow yourself to move forth and shine your light with abandon. I choose to be in every aspect of my life. Now, there seem to be many calls and opportunities to be that spark of creation, rooted in that spark of curiosity that we're experiencing these days. You get to decide your relationship to that atmosphere of this world that we're living in, but there are many calls to be the light. Are you willing to shine that light? One spark, one idea, one question, one act can change the trajectory of the whole world. And we've seen this repeatedly throughout history. And you know what? The cumulative effect of that, and some people may not realize this, the cumulative effect of that frame of mind is, whether you know it or not, we are living at the most peaceful time of humanity since humanity came into expression. It doesn't feel like that sometimes because we watch the news. And we see we are presented with all the things that don't feel so good. But that is such a minuscule, itty-bitty, teeny-weeny little percentage of the breadth of humanity and the experience of humanity on this planet at this time. We are in the most peaceful time in the history of humanity. And so let that be something that sparks something within you. It's not to say that we should not address the ills, just don't get caught up in them in a way that it becomes a detriment to your own well-being, where it begins to be a bushel that hides your light. Your light is a requirement. That spark in you is a requirement. How will you let your spark shine? Where in your life is Spirit calling you to explore with curiosity? What are you willing to step into, even if the path is uncertain? A small action, a new question, a willingness to step forward can illuminate the way for yourself and for others. Are you keeping your light hidden under a bushel, or are you letting it shine? The lyrics of that song, I've got an itching on the tips of my fingers. I've got a burning in the back of my brain. I've got a hunger burning inside me, cannot be denied. I've got a feeling that the Father who made us, when he was kindling a pulse in my veins, he left a tiny spark of that fire smoldering inside. Now, I know a lot of you are probably going to say, now, wait a second, Jonathan, you always talk about, not to, talk about the Father out there and that we are separate from. Well, I just want to acknowledge the fact that Stephen Schwartz, who wrote that song, it is a song from a show called Children of Eden, and it is basically the story of Genesis. So there is language that we can metaphysically interpret. Old school metaphysical interpretation, and we have grown beyond this, but I will talk about old school metaphysical interpretation offered this. God as Father represents that ultimate source of all creation. It was considered a creative, generative power giving rise to all existence. So it doesn't matter the language we use. What is the meaning behind the language? Because that is the spark of creation within. It is you. It is you living as this creative, generative power. Consider today activating that innate hunger burning inside so strong. It's not just a desire to create, it's curiosity that impels action through prayer. It is that same spark the great change makers have all had that exists in each and every one of you, in each and every one of us. That spark wants to light the dark. So today, I invite you to let it. Peace and blessings. You are magnificent. I will acknowledge, as I tell you what the home practice is today, that I do repeat home practices sometimes. If you are new to our community, I offer a home practice each week, which is a call to each and every one of us to do something active in our lives to allow this principle that we've talked about intellectually here today to be expressed in the world. So the home practice is this. This is one of my favorite acronyms, SPARK. Spiritual practice in acts of random kindness. That's the spark in you. Express your divine light through small intentional acts of love and generosity all week. That's the home practice. Go out there and be a spark through random kindness. I invite us all to relax right where we are. Just take a breath. Allow an acknowledgement of the I am, the we are, that exists right here and right now, opening up to this magnificence, opening up to the one, the peace, the power, the beauty, the joy, the light, the life, the love of God, which is us.
As time has unfolded me, it has revealed to me life's nothing less than sublime. With every thought I make, every last breath I take, may I be gracious and kind. Love, I invite you to open up this heart of mine. Love, cover me, light any darkness. Love, cover me, right every wrong. Cause me to see love over hatred. Guide me to be faithful and strong. Love, cover me. Love, cover me. Kindness wash over me, make me a symphony, play every note you can find. Make me reverberate, gently deactivate, slowly flow out of my mind. Find me a melody, dance and let my anthem be. Love, cover me, light any darkness. Love, cover me, right every wrong. Cause me to see love over hatred. Guide me to be faithful and strong. Love, cover me. 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 Let me open up to an awareness of love as the exquisite root of beingness. For there is only love, which is a synonym for God. That is the only thing that exists, this infinite source, this infinite creative power, this magnificence flowing forth into expression as all that is universally and beyond. We are that power. We are the presence. We are the love. We are the life. We are the infinite spark of light that is lighting up the world. I give in to this with a complete faith, knowing that my activity in the world, rooted in kindness, in compassion, is always, always doing great things in the outflow. I show up as magnificent, and I trust and know that each and every one of us does the same. And so, I let it be. With gratitude and appreciation overflowing, I trust in this and I let it be so. And I affirm it by saying, and so it is. Amen. Love, cover me. I will not be shaken. I will not be moved. Love, cover me. May my heart awaken. Tenderness be proved. Love, cover me. Love, cover me. Love, 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 last time. Love, 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 love. Right? Feels yummy. Oh. Just taking in the energy of love that exists right here and right now and reveling in my gratitude for it. Yeah, Gary Lynn Floyd, who wrote that song, magnificent, magnificent songwriter and musician, and so grateful for him in my life as well. I'm going to invite us to take out whatever it is we are supporting this community with financially today, and invite you to hold that in your hand and recognize that as you give, it is a wonderful intention to give with love in our hearts, that this is a loving act of giving. And so hold that gift in your hand. Recognize it for what it is. It is God in action. This is the truth as I understand it. Now, whether it's in the form of cash, check, it doesn't matter. Whether you're holding a card that indicates you give by electronic means, and there are many ways to give electronically, I am so deeply grateful for all the gifts that are offered here. So just hold that with gratitude, with love, for just a moment in that acknowledgement. And as the baskets go around, we're going to sing the circulation song by my friend Karen Mitchell, Love. I circulate my love right now, I circulate my love.
I circulate my love right now. I circulate my love.
I circulate my love right now, I circulate my love.
I circulate my love right now. I circulate my love.
And it returns to me, multiplied abundantly. Circulation across the nation. It's a love vibration around the world and beyond. I circulate my joy right now. I circulate my joy.
I circulate my joy right now. I circulate my joy.
I circulate my joy right now. I circulate my joy.
I circulate my joy right now. I circulate my joy.
And it returns to me, multiplied abundantly. Circulation across the nation. It's a love vibration around the world and beyond. I circulate my gifts right now. I circulate my gifts.
I circulate my gifts right now. I circulate my gifts.
I circulate my gifts.
Well, I circulate my gifts.
And it returns to me, multiplied abundantly.
Oh, oh, oh,
Oh, what a delight it is to have Dr. Jim Gardner, one of our glorious prayer chaplains, here to bless the offering and guide us in that blessing.
Okay, everybody. Let's get some energy together now to send our blessings off with this offering. Repeat with me now. We bless these gifts, and we see these gifts going out and blessing our community and the world. And so it is. Amen.
Thank you so much, Jim. Here's what's happening at Unity of Tucson.
Good morning, Unity of Tucson. It's Sunday, February 2nd, 2025, and here's what's happening in our vibrant spiritual community. Unity of Tucson will hold its first Mardi Gras fundraiser celebration Saturday, March 1st from 4:30 p.m. until 7:30 p.m. This event will include a fun happy hour, a dinner that reflects the region's Cajun and Creole influences, dancing to a mix of jazz and blues, a 50-50 raffle, and more. Tickets are $35 and are on sale now. Only 60 tickets will be sold, so don't wait. The 50-50 raffle is open to all, and you need not be present to win. Raffle tickets are $5 each or $20 for 5 and are available in the Desert Light Bookstore. Are you looking to deepen your spiritual practice? Join Dr. Jonathan Zenz and Reverend Ronnie Tretzvin for Prayer Fundamentals, a 6-week class starting Wednesday, February 19th from 6 to 8 p.m. Participate in person or via Zoom as we explore the transformative power of prayer together. Register today online or in the Desert Light Bookstore and take your spiritual journey to the next level. Our welcome team continues to grow, and we could use your help greeting guests to our community. This commitment need not be every Sunday and can be organized around your schedule. If you or someone you know might be interested in joining our welcome team, please see William Summers or Sherry Hoffman today after service. Finally, join us after service today in Harmony Hall for our monthly potluck. Bring your appetite and good cheer as we celebrate our spiritual community. You can find out more about all of our events, classes, and other ways to get involved in your spiritual community by visiting the Desert Light Book and Gift Store or online at unitytucson.com. Have a magnificent week.
Glorious. It's also, yes, you can applaud for that if you like. It is also the first Sunday of the month, and on the first Sunday of the month, we always acknowledge birthdays and anniversaries. If you're celebrating during the month of February, you may have been invited to fill out a ballot to help us know how we should apply our giving back to the world. That is one of the ways that we celebrate you and involve you in this community. But if you are celebrating a birthday or an anniversary, we'd love to acknowledge you as well. Either raise your hand or stand up if you like. And who's celebrating this month? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Grateful, grateful, grateful. Grateful. Thank you so much. If you didn't fill out a ballot, you can fill it out at the completion of the celebration in Harmony Hall today, and we'll do the drawing in Harmony Hall, but I think we should sing Happy Birthday. Shall we? Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Beautiful. There is something exciting happening in our youth program, and Dee Brady, who guides our glorious youth, is here to tell us a little bit about it.
Yes. So we're going to show you a video today, and we have some stars in our midst. And the premise of the video, he always upstages me, doesn't he? So the premise of the video is that once upon a time there was a D-bot. I don't know why, but there was a D-bot, and she lands in Unity of Tucson. And she's looking for friends, and she wants to belong, and she's wondering, where do I belong? And then she realizes that it's not about the destination, it's who you spend time with.
Beautiful. And this video is going where?
It's going to go on YouTube, and it's the Worldwide Unity. And so you have a chance to vote for us.
Yes.
Vote for us. We get a prize. We're super excited for the program to get a prize. So I'm sure there'll be further instructions.
Once I get all of the information, look in the email. It'll be clear how to vote.
It will be ready. Guys, I have a question for you. Are you ready to see yourselves? Joshua, are you ready?
Yes,
Okay.
All right, roll it.
Here we go.
Come alive, going light, your light, let it burn so bright, reaching up to the sky, and it's open wide, you're electrified, and the world becomes a fantasy, and you're more than you could ever be, 'cause you're dreaming with your eyes wide open, and you know you can't go back again to the world that you were living in, 'cause you're dreaming with your eyes
Thank you so much, Dee. Thank you to our magnificent youth. I want to say thank you to everybody who made today's celebration so extraordinary. Let me first offer my gratitude to Lorraine Fritz and Sherry Hoffman for guiding us in the Flames of Faith ceremony, guiding us in the blessing of the offering, Dr. Jim Gardner, also guiding us in the reading, the affirmation, and prayer, Sandy Solomon. Thank you all so much. Always a delight. Sandy and Jim will be available in the sanctuary following the completion of the celebration today if you would like a moment of prayer. They are here to serve in prayer for you. If you would like what I like to call the 1-minute miracle, seek them out. They also can be identified because they're wearing these purple stoles. That's how you know who a prayer chaplain is in our community. So please engage with them and use the prayer consciousness that we have here in service to you. I want to say thank you also to our entire hospitality team, especially on the day when we have potluck, guided by Mark Penterman. It's a big deal, and we would love to see you all join us in Harmony Hall for potluck following the celebration. I'm going to say thank you to our greeters, all of our ushers, our technical team, Dawn, Aiden, Jim, and Gavin back there. Thank you so much. Of course, our extraordinary music team, Linda Ackerman, Raphael Carruthers, Paul Gibson, thank you, thank you, thank you. And Aaron, please come out. Let's hear it for Aaron Anderson guiding us with our featured song today. Thank you so, so much. And I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for being here present, not just here at Unity of Tucson, but present in this thing called life. You are magnificent, and I never for a moment take that for granted. Let's celebrate the end of our celebration today. Celebrate the end of our celebration? Let us complete our celebration today by sharing together this prayer of divine awareness, which will guide us into the final song. I am infinite light. I am infinite love. I am infinite power. I am infinite presence. Wherever God is, I am. Wherever I am, God is. And so it is. Amen. Feel free to move your body if you want.
I had a dream so big and loud, I jumped so high, I touched the clouds. Whoa, oh, 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 oh.
Whoa, oh, 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 oh.
I stretched my hands out to the sky and danced with monsters through the night. Whoa, oh, 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 oh.
Whoa, oh, 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 oh.
I'm never gonna look back. Whoa, I'm never gonna give it up. No, please don't wake me now. Ooh, ooh, this is gonna be the best day of my life. My life. This is gonna be the best day of my life. My life. I howled at the moon with friends, and then the sun came crashing in. Whoa, oh, 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 oh.
Whoa, oh, 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 oh.
But all the possibilities, no limits, just epiphanies. Whoa, oh, 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 oh.
Whoa, oh, 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 oh.
I'm never gonna look back. Whoa, I'm never gonna give it up. No, please don't wake me now. Ooh, ooh, this is gonna be the best day of my life. My life. Ooh, ooh, this is gonna be the best day of my life. My life. I hear it calling outside my window. I feel it in my soul. The stars were burning so bright. The sun was out till midnight. I say we lose control. Whoa. Ooh, ooh, this is gonna be the best day of my life. My life. Ooh, ooh, this is gonna be the best day of my life. My life. This is gonna be the best day of my life. Everybody's all right, everybody up now. This is gonna be the best day of my life. My life. Make it a magnificent week, everyone.